at the jail and they're doing the intake, the guy asked me, okay, so what are you being arrested for? And I told him, I don't know.
They never told us.
I don't know. But that's when she's over doing all of this. It probably just took minutes, but
So
she's figuring it out. I didn't even know what I was arrested. Nobody told me what I was arrested for.
How I wish we'd had cell phones then. I could have taken pictures of all these documents and everything. Instead, I did Xerox a couple copies.
So, but what did you see? So you opened up the folder, and then what did you see?
Outpour letters, like 20 to 30 letters. And I'm looking at these, what is this? And I'm opening them and I'm finding that various people in the Dharma have written letters stating that my husband is the ringleader of this
mastermind.
These are people in the Dharma that we raise our children with, that we go in worship with, that we all trusted each other and pretty much grew up together, kind of, you know.
Were they leadership in the circle around YB?
There were some that were inner circle, but a lot of them were just everyday mom and dad Sangha members who had written these. I will say most of them were from women's camp. That I was told later that he had gone to women's camp and told these women to write these letters. So they fall out. I'm reading each one and I'm just like honestly devastated. It's such a reality reframe. I'm looking at this going, this makes no sense to me. How can these people that I know, these aren't just acquaintances, the people I see every day, be writing letters that my husband's a mastermind behind some illegal activity, and they're writing it and signing.
The Canadian lottery scam was what the whole thing was being, what they were monitoring, what the FBI was monitoring.
Yeah, the letters said that I was the mastermind and that Kirpal was duped.
Was duped by my husband. And I'm thinking, oh, this is really interesting. You know, like just one more layer of trauma. So we've already gone through the trauma of this whole thing. And now the very community that we have devoted our lives to be a part of is actually writing letters without, I knew they had absolutely no proof or no knowledge of what had really happened because we knew that we had nothing to do with it. So I'm reading these letters and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, now he's got people that are vouching, saying that they know firsthand that he had committed these crimes. So now we've just raised the ante on his chances of being sent to federal prison, which is what was supposed to happen. And down the road, we'll tell you, but it was supposed to be between like 8 and 10 years of his life that he was, would have been sentenced to. He wasn't. The point is, I'm shocked. I'm reading these letters and I've got no way to copy them, no cell phone, no. We didn't have that back then. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to take notes and get as much information as I can. And went back to the lawyer, to my husband's lawyer with all this information. And this is how my husband's lawyer figured out what it was going on, because up until then, the police had not told us, the DA would not give us the details. We didn't know what the heck was going on. And Yogi Bhajan wouldn't speak to us after having free reign for almost 20 years of anytime they need to come to see me when you live in LA, no appointment necessary, let them in. I mean, that was the relationship that we believed we had with him all those years. Mm.